Hello, everyone. I am sue.oneschuk, and I'm here to continue the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. And we're continuing on in review 6, and today we are on lesson 213. And today's lesson is, I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And the review is of lesson 193, which is all things are lessons God would have me learn. And it says, a lesson is a miracle which God offers to me in place of thoughts I made that hurt me. What I learn of him, God, becomes the way I am set free. And so I choose to learn his lessons and forget my own. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. So again, I'm going to go back to the actual lesson 193. And again, it's all things are lessons that God would have me learn. I'm going to read a few of the paragraphs from here and make some comments along the way. So in paragraph 3, it tells us here, each lesson has a central thought, the same in all of them. The form alone is changed with different circumstances and events, with different characters and different themes, apparent but not real. They are the same fundamental content. It is this: forgive, and you will see this differently. And this is the miracle. This is the shift in perception. And it goes on to tell us that certain it is that all distress does not appear to be but unforgiveness. So there's many things. When I look at this, each lesson, it says the form alone is changed. There's so many forms we have created and generated from our belief system, which is, which does block and blind us from the love that we are. And again, it's telling us to forgive. And it is for us to be observant and witness of how we are being driven by fear, by our ego thought system, that is taking us out of peace, that is causing us to distress. And then, with the help of the Holy Spirit, to forgive. And we will see differently. So it goes on to tell us as well in paragraph 9 that all lessons, or all things, I should say, are lessons God would have you learn. And he would not leave an unforgiving thought without correction. Nor, it says, one thorn or nail to hurt his holy son in any way. There's always a better way. There is always a means of correction. And that is provided, again, through the Holy Spirit. And our willingness to recognize our resistance to love, to acknowledge the blocks and the blindness that we have to love. And it said God would ensure his holy rest remain untroubled and serene without a care in an eternal home which cares for him. And he would have all tears, God would have all tears wiped away, with none remaining yet unshed, and none but waiting their appointed time to fall. For God has willed that laughter should replace each one of them, and that his son be free again. God's will for us is freedom. We will attempt today to overcome 1,000 seeming obstacles to peace in just one day, it says. Now, over on paragraph 12, it says, let no 1 hour cast its shadow on the one that follows. And when that one goes, let everything that happened in its course go with it. In other words, whatever has happened, don't bring that past into the present moment. Let it go. It says, thus you will remain unbound in peace eternal in the world of time. This is the lesson God would have you learn. There is a way to look on everything that lets it be to you another step to Him and to salvation of the world. To all that speaks of terror, release it to the Holy Spirit. And you answer this. Say this, I will forgive, and this will disappear. It goes on to say that every apprehension, every care, and every form of suffering, it says to repeat these same words, I will forgive, and this will disappear. And it says here, then you'll hold the key. The key is happiness. A key to happiness is forgiveness. Then you will hold the key that opens heaven's gate and brings the love of God, the Father, down to earth at last to raise it up to heaven. God will take this final step Himself. And do not deny the little steps He asks you to take to Him. And again, this is asking us to do an hourly check today. So again, you might want to go back again if you haven't, or if in this moment, recall the obstacles to peace, which are the attraction of guilt, the attraction of pain, the attraction of death, and the attraction of the fear of God. Those are the obstacles. It's all that is in chapter 19. You can review them again. That is all, they are all based in fear. And again, all of those are really obstacles to love as well. The obstacles to the innocence that we are. And these obstacles to peace, they are the resistance to our innocence, to our holiness, to our sinlessness. It's our resistance to the acceptance of the joy, the love, the peace that is of God. So today, accept the truth that you've never sinned, that you are sinless again, you are sinless and innocent in God, that you are God. You're not a body and you're not an ego. Today, dwell in your innocence. So again, I am going to, add some further reflection. And again, as I said, I hope it's helpful. From the book, A Year of Forgiveness. And here's Jesus speaking through the channel, Tina Spalding. And Jesus says, you are blessed beings indeed, and I am the one you know as Jesus. The lessons you learn here allow you to undo your thinking. So you might call them trials and tribulations, and you might call them patterns that you cannot break, but they are opportunities for you to do something differently. A miracle happens when you choose love instead of fear. When you review your life and identify the repetitions that happen, you can see that the negativities in your life are the result of a repeated choice of fear. Jesus says, if you want to break the patterns in your life, you're going to have to break through the barrier, through the resistance, that resistance of fear that you have set up based on your beliefs about reality. And he says, you will never be able to break free until you are courageous enough to walk through those fears that limit you and keep you in a self-created prison. No freedom in a prison. It says, choose love, Jesus says. Jesus says, choose love, be brave. If you are in a pattern that you do not enjoy, walk up very, very close to the edge of that pattern. Feel the fear and know that it is not real. Know that on the other side of that fear lies freedom. Jesus says, I am the one you know as Jesus, and I will speak to you again. So that is lesson 213, which again is, I am not a body. I am free. For I am still as God created me. And again, all things are lessons God would have me learn. A lesson is a miracle, which God offers to me in place of thoughts I made that hurt me. When I learn of him, or what I learn of him, becomes the way that I am set free. And so I choose to learn his lessons and forget my own. Again, I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. All right. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you again for being here on our journey to healing. And as we journey together here with these videos, and I look forward to being with you in the next video for lesson 214. In the meantime, from my heart to yours, I extend much love to you. Have a love-filled day. Bye for now.